Hi, I'm Lulu. Welcome to your yoga workout. This is a short one, but it's complete. Grab a yoga mat and let's actually start on our back. So lay down, knees bent, feet wide, knees knock in toward each other, and just let your arms relax by your side. Close your eyes. Take a breath in through your nose. Settle in on your exhale. Just sigh it out. Just let your back relax. Whatever you are, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, just this is your time. It is a quick class, but we don't have to rush it. Every second, every moment's an opportunity to breathe in and breathe out, letting some stuff go, just feeling your body. That's the most important part of this class, just being right here, right now. One more big, huge inhalation. Fill up your whole body with fresh breath. Big exhalation. Let everything just relax, melting to the earth. Feel your back. Hug knees into chest, just one at a time, and begin to rock out your low back a little bit. Draw some circles each direction. Noticing what it feels like to be on your back with this intention of being present. Knees directly over hips. So you want to take a peek here and check out that your knees are right over your hips. Toes are flexing. You can have a little space in between. In fact, if you had something you could squeeze in between your inner thighs, that would be fun. Anything at all, really. Your fist, piece of fruit. But hands to thighs, thighs to hands, and wrap the belly in. So you're actually trying to get this cylindrical core activation for 20 seconds. And you're just pushing. It should feel a little shaky, and breathe in a little dynamic through that low belly, wrapping into the middle, suction cupping that low belly up and in 2 and 1. Hug right knee to chest, left leg extends. And switch. So we're just going to keep our head on the ground and relax our head first for a moment. Now, if you want more, rather than hugging knee in, push thigh away. And give that similar traction to as we began. And the feet are just active and purposeful. They can point or flex, but the more you energize the feet, the more dynamic of a movement you'll get. And you can lift your head if you want. That'll be more for the upper abs. And if your neck is starting to get tired, maybe switch. You could do an opposite with a little oblique rinse. So we're trying to start to fire up through the core without crunching too much. Just getting a little activation here so we can be really efficient with our practice. Ooh, yes, good. I'm just thinking here, legs straight, and you get a little hamstring stretch, maybe even hug the leg in. And the vision here is just to keep going. So we're breathing, exhale, exhale, exhale. And how about making it a little bit fun? Ha, hoo, ha. It's just sometimes really good to breathe with lots of weird, exaggerated sounds, and how cool it is to be spending some time together right now. To feel our body, last 3, last 2, last 1, give yourself a hug, rock your way up. I just want to do another one, maybe a whole nother one because it feels good. Hands and knees. Remember, if anything doesn't feel good at all, skip it. Don't do it. We're here to feel our body and check things out. Walk your hands forward, butt lifts, puppy. Bow head down, lower than your heart, and just hands and knees. Just moving through things, fairly efficiently today. Inhaling to arch. Now check out the belly. Check out your chin, your throat. Feel the stretch. Round on your exhale and push the floor away if you want. Curl toes and hover knees just a little bit. 2 more. Arch, chin lifts. Round, push, floor away. It just feels so good to notice the body. Knees can stay down or hovered. Last one. Very healthy way to circulate the spine. Hydrate your body. Push the floor away. Nice. Down dog. So down dog, you don't ever have to have done it before to do it now. This could, in fact, being the first time ever. It's like this freshness. So it's this very nice human stretching machine pose, and the upper body, lower body connects together to find the stretch. Walk it out and just let your body get some circulation. Feet to hands. You can walk slow or fast, and just for a breath or two, dangle. This is called ragdoll because we're just ragdolling our body, and maybe even flutter your lips like, and feel the jaw, feel your neck. Roll up to stand. So bend your knees quite a bit so the back can be super happy as you just roll up. Arms lift up to sky, nice and slow. And close your eyes for a moment. Just feel the feet. Feel your arms, feel your chest lift. Big inhale, so really inhale a lot. Subtle tail tuck. Bow, exhale. Walk back, high plank. We'll begin with some Chaturanga push-ups on or off the knees. So hinging forward, the elbows graze the body, chest stays high and open and back up for 20. And use the belly. I'm going to just go to my knees. I'm just going to go to my knees and make it like, hey, I'll use the belly. I'm not going to pretend like I can master this off my knees. I'm just going to do it with my knees down. Men and women, you can do it on your knees. It's not a more girly situation. It's just trying to get the depth into the body, the care. 3, 2, hold it a little bit on the hover. So you're just giving a little pulse, but wrap the belly in all the way to your belly. Ha. Interlace hands to get a shoulder stretch. Lift your chest, lift your legs, and start to kick your legs. This will activate your back. This will get the shoulders open. This will get some of the lower glute muscles. Reach the legs behind you. Now just kind of quick kick. A quick little flit like you're in the ocean. Swimming. 3, 2, lift up and relax. High plank, down dog. Here's where we get a little cardio option, but you don't ever have to hop. Maybe spring it forward. Wide, pretty decently wide stance. Either rise up like a big squat sun A to Utkatasana, or you can add a little hop on the top. Up to you. You don't have to. You don't have to get a great workout, yoga workout. Come back down to a squat. You can hop to Chaturanga if you want. Now, straight to high plank. 1 jack. So jack out, jack in, or tap the foot. Tap the foot. Yes, hop it right back forward. No down dog. Maybe spring it back. No up dog needed for this sequence. It's a big wide squat. Butt comes up. Arms come up. Maybe add that very functional hop at the top. Bow down. Walk or hop Chaturanga. Right in shock absorbency. High plank. 1 jack. Walk or hop. Spring it up. Getting a little bit of a heart rate increase. Walk or hop Chaturanga. We have 30 more seconds. 1 jack. 1 hop. Spring it up. I'm going to show you the non-hopping version. Come down, walk back. You don't ever have to hop. Maybe a Chaturanga on the knees. Tap a foot. Tap a foot. Walk forward. Squat. Inhale, lift up. So you don't have to hop. You still get a great come on back. Or if you want to hop, we have 15 more seconds. Feel the power in your body, in your mind. Hop forward. Inhale, spring it up. Last 2 rounds. You can do it. This is where we just push ourselves a little bit to get that heart rate, get that circulation, get everything going. Jack, meet in a low squat with some breaths. Now, arms lift up. Feel your heart rate. What if this low squat's not working? It works for like 1 in 10 people, you guys. This is hard. This is hard to do on the body and the knee. You could give it a go. If it hurts something, it could be up higher. Higher might be more doable. Down, spring to the tiptoes. Down as low as doable with a happy low back. See how I have a C curve, belly in. Or we got the spring straight up and down. Straight up and down, getting that heart rate going. Adding a little cardio. Sometimes moms only have, 20, 30 minutes. So we want to get it in there, but not with this feeling of rushed. Care, energy, exhales out the mouth. 5. Little light landings. 3, 2, and rise to all the way to the top. Feet closer together. Close your eyes with the arms lifted and really feel the blood circulation already. Inhale. Exhale. Side stretch to the right. Feel your lateral body. How often do we get to stretch side of the body in day to day. So let it feel good. To the other direction, notice your temperature. Notice your right side body. Breathe in. Chest open, just a little one. Really good job, you guys. Bow back down. Make your way to down dog. If you choose a chaturanga, I always recommend cobras, personally, first. So cobra is just root, pubic bone, chest lifts, neck easy. Bow back down, hands and knees to down dog. That's always going to be a nice way for your back to ensure your shoulder and your back stability or your back health. Right leg lifts. Stretch out the right leg. Feel your right foot. Feel your toe. Feel how the blood is flowing all the way the other way. Start to lower the right shoulder just a smidge. Now we bring right knee to nose. Just as close as you can still keep long spine. And again, same side. Right leg lifts, knee to nose. Same thing for 10 more seconds. Your own pacing. Inhale, lifts. Exhale, wraps belly. Keep the chest forward. Shoulders are really strong here. Push the floor away. Not for the amount, not for the but for the duration. Last one coming up here. Hold that knee toward the nose. Push the floor away. Windshield wiper. Now, when I say knee to opposite armpit, side to side, I don't really necessarily mean touching the armpit, because I still want you to have this long spine. Pay attention to the low belly. You are strengthening it. You are getting so strong in your core. Just 3 more, 2 more. Hold knee to nose. Right fingertips will help a little elevated lift to this low lunge. Stretch. Left knee down. Arms lift up. This is called dragon pose or Anjaneyasana. Cactus arms. Shine your chest. Notice. So sometimes I tend to see in classes this sort of collapsing thing here, which isn't necessarily the healthiest for your low back or kind of back here. So there's a balance of the in-between to keep connected, keep wrapping in and feel that stretch, exhale. Hamstring stretch, so walk your hands to frame your foot, and we dig that heel down, toes flex up to get a really nice, happy stretch in the right leg. Awesome. Right hip crease pries away from you. Inhale, chest, and really breathe to breathe. Just feel the exhale. Feel what happens there. Low lunge. Just feels so good to move the body, doesn't it? The left knee lifts, the left quad, and we reach our right arm up. We got one little cardio hit here. So, it's not necessarily cardio, but the heart rate does come up. We will begin to fire our right butt by, notice how I'm lengthening my right arm away from my left heel and possibly tapping that back foot. I'm trying to get my left knee in line with my right knee. Now, I'm actually outside on a little slant, which is making it extra challenging. But hey, isn't that what happens with life? All of the stuff. This is real life. There's stuff that happens. And maybe those obstacles are our greatest gifts. Maybe they teach us the most. So you can go at your own pacing, maybe speed it up. And I want you to feel that right butt. You're feeling it. I know it because I'm feeling it. 3, 2, and we squeeze and hold and pulse. Left foot joins the right foot. Utkatasana, butt down, arms up. I want you to notice right now, your right butt, your left butt, they're going to feel a little different. Sit pretty low and just take a breath. Hands to heart, hinge and twist, left elbow, right thigh, which might be too low. You'll know if it's too low, if your low back feels a little crunchy, a little not pleased with this. You'll stay upright. Also, you can do a more simple twist here, being upright with the arms reaching. If it feels scrumptious to come all the way down, you use that elbow and outer thigh. And it's challenging, but there's a little delight in it. If it feels like that, go with it. One breath in. Use elbow, outer thigh to rinse the insides. Breath out. This next move is a little challenging. We'll float our left leg back to a lunge. So you might have to back off a little or see if you can sneak the left heel toward the butt and float that left leg back. Okay, stay with this. This one's, we're holding still, but man, it starts to get fiery. You're also constricting where you breathe, friends. So it makes it a little provoking of fight or flight response, and we're calming it down. Maybe spread the arms, maybe lift and elongate through the chest more too. You're right there in one reverse warrior. Slowly, this is not a rush. We're feeling the process along the way, reverse warrior to extended side angle. So I want to mention something now. This is a pose a lot of us probably do. Yeah, right thigh is bent to parallel, right toes forward, left foot at a 45, belly wraps in. Let's bring that right arm up to activate core and shine our chest toward the sky or ceiling, or wherever you are, and we're breathing in the length, the openness, and the strength. Noticing where your mind is, noticing if you're waiting till I say the next thing, and for 5 seconds, savor in the taste of this. Maybe feeling a breeze if you're outside. Exhaling, spread the right toes, bend the right thigh more. Now, low lunge twist. So we're going back to a little detox twist, pivot back, heel up, extended side angle. 30 seconds right here, your own pacing, no rush. Low lunge twist, you can either keep it lifted or tap. Pivot. This is going to immediately get into the right butt. It's going to get in that right hip in a good way. Keep going. You can count to 5 or you can just do 1. But notice the center of knee over the center of the ankle. Okay. Notice the feeling of rotating that right butt cheek under and prying the right hip crease back. Yeah, and it's not like we're trying to destroy ourselves. We're actually loving our joint right now. We're lubricating our hip joint and strengthening all the areas that we need it. 1 more, meet an extended side angle, and thank goodness straighten the right leg, and yay. You can even be like, yes, our right leg is straight, right toes are lifted, arms are at a diagonal. Notice the left side body's up and the core is active. Pulse the entire chunk of the body up and down in the direction of that right thigh. Keeping the left side body lifted, wrapping your belly in, a little bit of a breath of fire. So what that is you're trying to massage the low belly as you do this, and we're doing a faster rinse for our obliques. Elbows bend a little bit probably, shoulders down. The way to figure out the Kapalabhati breath of fire at first is panting like a dog. I don't know about you, I can pant like a dog all day long. Then you seal the lips. 3, 2, stay as low as right side. Now, do you feel those obliques? The QL, the side body, and reach the arms away from the back foot. 1 breath and exhale, stay, rise up to stand. Woo! Star horse. Some call this goddess, some call this horse. I like to feel like I'm just riding on a horse. Giddy up. Okay, so the knees are open, the hands are down, and we can come up. This again, you have that option to spring, and you don't have to. Nothing to prove. We're here to feel good in our body, our mind. So maybe you go, you might even shoot a little pretend basketball into the hoop, and you're like, I'm a basketball player. I got a 3-point shot. Bam, and I scored. Because this is in my mind, and we like it. And I have an accent all of a sudden, and I don't know even where I'm from. But we're hopping, and I just get excited that we're spending time to care and be with our body and our mind. What if you don't want to hop? What if you're like, what is happening, Lulu? I do not want to hop. I'm in yoga. You go down, smooth up, smooth down. Maybe not too low, maybe here. Smooth up, inhale, or take it for you. Whatever you feel for the last 10 seconds. Ha, ha, ha. Neck is happy. Yeah, know that you're going to be done in 3, maybe 2. Kick the legs out, a little star jump, just to get kind of a little nuts, and then rise up, inhale. Lion's breath in a horse. Make some sound. If you're a little nervous to do it the first time, try it now. Inhale. Go for it. Yeah, now soften your face. It's good to sometimes get that face stretched out, extra weird and vulnerable. Shoulders, belly, and just sit in there. Maybe tippy toes, maybe arms lift up, Jnana Mudra, light touch for awareness of the thumb and pointer finger. Feel your heart beating, feel the support of your belly. Feel your legs. Notice if you're kind of waiting for the next thing. As a human, we do that. That's okay. We're retraining that pattern. Presence. There's no other thing happening than right now. One breath in. Find your full expression, maybe sitting in. Calming your body. 3, 2, and 1. Rise up. Stretch. It's like a hallelujah, I'm alive moment. Hands to heart, toes in. And I'm done with that moment too. Bow. So I want you, this is called Prasarita Padottanasana A. Chest is forward, hips are lifted, and just come as low as feels appropriate. Headstanding if you want. We actually aren't going to do take a time for an inversion, a full inversion today. This would be where you could do it. Absolutely. You could go into a pyramid. You could stay here for the stretch because it feels so nice. You could come to hands and knees. I sometimes like to do Shavasana from hands and knees. And we will interlace our hands with our elbows down, find our elbows, and just take a few moments. You can practice headstand. You could practice crow. Set your head up. Feel your belly. Maybe just see what would it feel like to lift one foot and then the other. What would it feel like to just find your center of gravity with your hips over your shoulders, your belly supporting you. Maybe you find your full headstand, but it's up to you. And we'll just take 2, 3 breaths. You can practice where you can stay in that first stretch. And whenever you're ready, and just getting a little bit of a reverse blood flow there. Whenever you're ready, I think the process up and down of a headstand is nice to practice so that you feel your body distribute the weight and the belly. So we'll meet back in that Prasarita Padottanasana. Nice. Everyone, I'm envisioning all of the headstands we're doing together. Almost done on this side, you guys. So we're stretching in our thighs. Let's take a couple skaters. So what that means is you're keeping pretty high and you're rinsing your obliques side to side and flushing your inner thighs and outer hips with a little bit of an exhale and just kind of feeling out your body, your hips, inner thighs. Meet to your right leg and pause. Little rinses up, obliques, belly, hips. Can do that. Now, butts back, feeling that right hip, that left inner thigh. 2, 1, low lunge, hamstring stretch. Left knee down. Again, we have this right leg hamstring stretch. I want to give you this option because for some, standing split doesn't work. Doesn't mean you're a bad person. It just means that this would be your stretch. Maybe you take it to pyramid. Maybe you take it to half stand. Now, some days I do that first variation, Ardha Hanuman. And I can do this, okay. I can go into this. But some days I tune in and I say, hey, I want to be tender and I want to listen to my body. And right now my body doesn't want to be just standing on one leg. So soften the right hip crease back. Just notice what you feel. And we'll tap the back big toe and second toe to the front heel. And just smoothing that left leg up. You can prop yourself up, your hands up with a chair, with something. Now what if you're in that half split pose? You get to stretch. You get to just stay there and luxuriate. You can stay in that stretch for 10 minutes even. 5, just kind of smooth. So instead of jerking the leg up, just smooth it up to that high point, keeping hip points down and smooth it down. 3 more. We'll hold it on the top in 2. Now on the top, you might, so the left leg doesn't have to go into splits. You want those left toes all flexing down. At that high point, you might try to rinse into Pavrita Ardha Chandrasana, twisted half moon. Right arm lifts. Maybe that's a little harder. Last breath in, lengthen through the chest. Return hands toward the earth. This is where you can palm the earth, bend your right knee, and maybe calf raises for that right foot, or you can practice little hops, or you could be like, hey, I want to try handstand. 3, 2, 1, low lunge. Give yourself a runner's lunge moment. Left knee to the ground, side plank. So the left palm, left knees to the ground. Last move on this side, then we'll do everything on the other side. So you're right there, you're right there. Shoulders squeeze in, left shoulder's opening rather than rounding in. Right leg is lifted to extend. Now Baddha Konasana, the feet, meaning knees are open wide, feet toward each other, knee to knee, sit down. Just for a moment, sit down and stretch that left side. Just sit. So you start from scratch, come back up. Now if you want, you could hover, wrap belly, open Baddha Konasana, inner outer thighs, obliques. Your own pacing, finding the contrast here. Let's breathe in and open our inner thighs, almost pulse right knee away from you. Exhale, hug, wrap it in. A couple more. Notice that tendency. I have it in myself to be kind of like, okay, when's going to be the end? When's the next thing? When am I going to be done with this? Can we retrain our body, our being right now, to vibrate on the highest level of this moment right now, because this is all that's happening. 4, shoulder blade squeeze. But still, it's still nice to know it's going to end. I think we have to know there's an end point for some reason. 2, maybe that's how we can savor this now. Hold it on the top and just find little pulses. So that left oblique, that bottom, right knee's opening, shoulder blades squeezing. And 1, stretch right leg, stretch right arm. And if you wanted, you could extend to some sort of full side plank, high plank, hands and knees. Right arm weaves under left, left arm to the sky. Rinse through that left wrist. I want that left wrist to get reverse blood flow after we were weighted on it for a little bit, right? So point, flex the wrist a little bit, circle, shake. Oh, unwind. Yes. Maybe a couple cat-cows. 1 round down, 1 to go, and then we're done. And then we're laying on our back. All goes by so quick. So let's start in down dog. Walk it out. We have that sunny with burpee option coming up. Let's go for a hop. Hop it forward. You can walk it. Spring it up. Just 5. Chaturanga if you like. A jack if you like. Same thing. You can skip that. Hop. Spring. Make it as dynamic as you like. You can walk. Spring. Chaturanga. For form. Last 2. You got it. 1 more complete full round. Last chaturanga. Last jack. Meet in a squat. And this time right away. Spring it up. Why not? You know it's going to be done soon. 5. Or you cannot have to hop at all and breathe. 3. Yes, getting that hurried up a little too. Rise all the way up to the top. Big inhale, chest lifts. Exhale, just a little back bend, just to open. Tail's tucking, just let that feel good. Really nice. Bow. Forward fold. High plank. Let's throw in our up dog. Chaturanga if you have it. With care. Chest open. First one of the class. Yes, down dog. Left leg lifts up. We got 1 more, so thank goodness. Thank goodness we have 1 more leg, 1 more side. Open through the hip. Feel your left toes. Feel your left ankle. Maybe lower the left shoulder a little bit. This is a big inhale. Really breathe in. Knee toward nose. We have a couple rounds. About 5 or so. Inhale, lift. Knee to nose, but keep that spine long. Inhale. Feel the inner body just getting warm from the inside out. Left hip, left side body. Breathing in. We could do this forever. We're so present. This is the last one. Knee to nose. Now hold. So bring knee toward left armpit, right armpit. And what's happening is this windshield wiper. But along the way, can you wrap the belly in and shine the chest forward? So rather than it being this full rounded, getting more length, more strength in the lower abdominal, deeper abdominal area. 2. Keep going. Keep going. 1, knee to nose, left fingertips help the left foot with the belly plant. Right knee to the ground. Arms lift up. Grab that chest opener again. Check out if you're kind of collapsing here or you're backing off. Find the middle way. Outer hips hug in. Big stretch through the chest. Calming our being. Frame your left foot, and we have our half splits to get that hamstring stretch. Big inhale, lengthen. So notice your left hip crease prying back a little bit. And remember, we don't care. We're not interested about trying to get our nose to our toes. The point of this stretch is finding enough of a shape that feels good to feel a sensation. Once you feel a sensation, you're there. You're there. No need to desire more. Back to low lunge. Add this twist. Here we reach the left arm forward. Reach it pretty long. Pry the left hip crease back. And start to tap that right heel. That right ankle kind of area, excuse me. Left arm lengthens and we tap. So here we're activating our left butt. Okay, a lot of the activation of this left hip is the side of the hip, which is your glute medius, that's your stabilizer. But we're also getting a little of the lower butt cheek, the lower part of your huge muscle glute maximus that often goes dormant from sitting. So kind of think about it like this. We're trying to strengthen a muscle, one of the areas that goes dormant a lot. This is going to support our back. So if it hurts anything, be up higher here, be up higher here. Sometimes makes it harder. The butt lower than the shoulders, 10, 9. Notice if this side's harder than the other side. My left butt tends to be, sometimes needs a little more action to, sometimes left side gets gypped. Let's not gyp this left side. Knee to knee, tap, hover, hold, belly in 3. Get that left butt. Feet to the earth. So both feet to the earth. Spread the toes. Drop the butt a lot. Feel the length. Lift the arms. Soften the shoulders. Notice where you're gripping, where you can ungrip. Sit the butt even lower. Hands to heart. Hinge to the right elbow to the left thigh. So we're getting that rinse the other direction to get our meridian lines of flush. Again, if this elbow to outer thigh isn't working, if this is feeling like you're kind of collapsed or rounded in the low back, you might have lost the integrity there. And I want you to be more upright here or here. Okay, a couple breaths. One more inhale. The knees and the hips are trying to face forward and you're rinsing through that left side body. If you can stay with this upper body, the next one is floating the right leg back slowly. But remember, you can lift up more, back off of it. Somehow, with care, push that left foot and get the right leg back to this extended twist, which is pretty challenging. Left butt's going to fire. Left butt's going to want to tend to kind of do this. Pry it back. Hug it in. We're here for another breath. Maybe spread the arms. Notice the feeling. Notice the rinse. Notice your breath. One more inhale. You got it. We're right there. 2, 1. Slowly push the floor away. Push the root. Reverse warrior. Yes. Big inhale. Left side body stretching. Extended side angle. Now, set up this pose so at any point you could always hop. That's just how you know you're pretty connected here. Arms lift up overhead to get that core. Belly hugs in. Just check your left knee out. It's right over the ankle. One breath in. Pivot. Low lunge twist. So you could stay more upright again, or you could drop that right hand and twist here. That's your exhale. Inhale to extended side angle. 30 seconds. You're off your own pacing. You might do 2. You might do 20. This is the kind of class you could take even once a week and see how it goes. You know, maybe just start with 1 so you have a place to work into. Notice the lubrication of the left butt cheek. Notice the form. This is a little different than, a regular workout. This is a mindful workout using functional movements, using yoga as our tool. 3 more or so. What does it feel like to know that you're almost done? Isn't that interesting? The mind. This is body and mind, both. Meeting an extended at side angle in 1 more round. Right here, extended side angle. Keep the left thigh low. Keep the left toe spreading, left knee opening, arms lift. We have 5, 4, 3, 2, and everything stays the same, but straighten the left leg. Yes. Maybe you might even say yes. right? That's a relief. So up and down fascia flossing at its finest. We've got this side body working here. We have sides are working, and the more you reach the arms away from you, a little bit harder in the obliques. Now we pump. Maybe seal the lips. Attempting while we're doing this pose to pump the low belly. 5. Keep pumping, pumping. Wrap the low belly in. 4, 3, shoulders away from ears. Feel the floss of your side body and find a hold. Can you reach the arms away from your right foot as you feel both side bodies super turn on? The arms are reaching, but shoulders are away from ears. And notice how low you can get with keeping right side body open. You are so strong. 5, 4, 3, and exhale. Push the air to rise up. Star. Yeah, sometimes if you lift the chin, I don't know why, but it feels like, yeah. Come on down. One more round of these. Just about 10. So come as low as possible and just manually with your own arms pry your inner thighs open. I just love working with the body. I just think it's just so we have this body right now. You can feel it, get to know it so well, and come down. So you have that option to hop up, and you can make it a little more springy this time because you only have about 7 more. And again, you can circle and kick the toes out. It's a whole another ball game there. You don't have to do that. Exhale on the top. Exhale on the top. Woo, a little springy action. No, it's going to be done in 3, in 2, and 1. Rise up, knees open wide. Arms lift, settle in. Here's where we go away. We usually retreat. We wipe, sweat, or drink water. Right here, just feel the legs. Feel the knees open. Feel the chest. 1 humming breath. Big inhale through the nose. Hum. Now an ah sound. A. Sit the butt lower, knees open wide. Inhale. Last one. Calming down. Yes, rise up. Interlace hands behind us. Toes in, heels. Actually, toes, let's do toes at a little 45. I'll show you the side view. The butt will come down, humble horsey. So you're going to bring your butt down in line. Trying to get it about level with the open knees. So knees are away from each other. That'll get that glute max. Shoulders open, head bows. You have 20. So it's going to burn. It's going to burn. It's 20 seconds. Stretching the chest, maybe bend the elbows, chest, knees open. I know you can do it. Try to really get those inner thighs and knees open away from each other. That'll activate some muscles that don't get turned on often. 3, 2, back with the arms off just enough to pivot. Toes in, heels out. Prasarita, Padottanasana C. 1 breath. Maybe chicken wing arm. That's kind of one of my favorites. My hands are off to the sides of my butt, elbows, weight, and head. Relax. Okay. Arms slowly to the ground. So skater, side to side. We have a little rinse from side to side. So we're not really rounding the low back here. We're keeping nice C curve and low back. Elongating, just 3, 2. Make your way to the left, a little rinse. Envision something is rinsing out of the body. Not that it was bad, but just that you're ready to move on with that old pattern, that doubt, that myth that you're not good enough. Rinsing, just 3, 2, and ha. And it's a physical rinse as well. Lactic acid, all the stuff getting rinsed out, nice, fresh, and clean. Pivot, back to your lunge. Almost there. So here's where we can go back to our hamstring stretch. The right knee's down, left leg's getting that. Stay here the whole time. This might be nice, depending on, you might not have gotten any sleep last night with your babies or whatever it was. Partying. Hopefully we sweat out all that alcohol here. Left foot down. Pyramid is the second option. Half standing split is the other, which is totally optional. Pry that left hip crease back. Make sure you're not over rounding and compressing that low back. Stay here for a breath. That top leg, that's the right big toe, pointer finger will floss toward that front heel for about 10. The standing knee is micro bent, and you're taking a peek, and the right toes are all trying to aim toward the ground. We're coming toward our last bit. We're so soon going to be laying down. So see if you can floss and glide the leg, meaning rather than jerking it up on the top, to smooth out every part. So everything's getting a nice rinse. 3, 2. And hold the right leg on the top. Here's where you might want to practice a little handstand or a calf raise. You can just start lifting the left heel up and down, up and down. Really awesome for that calf, back up leg, palm the earth. Maybe you practice, I'm going to do a little tiny kick up, little lift up, and slowly low lunge. Take a runner's lunge to feel your left butt. Right knee to the earth. Last move, it's the side plank. So the left leg extends at first. The left leg is kind of shaky, kind of burny. Right shoulder's opening. Left arm extends up. Left foot on top of right foot. Knees pulse open. Knee to knee. Now take a seat just to get a nice stretch and set up that right shoulder. Open, right pointer finger. Right side body stretches. And we open, knee open, inner thighs, outer hips. Hover on the exhale, and that's an oblique belly rinse, inner thigh, outer thigh. So we have about 30 seconds. I've been saying this reminds me of a thigh master. Some of you might not be of that age time period where there's a thigh master kind of on an infomercial. And I forgot how old I was, but I was like, I'm going to get that thigh master. And like, it was like $29.99 to have the best legs in the world. Anyway, this is the thigh master. So you're hugging in and gliding open. You don't need any tools. You just need your body and your breath. And we're also getting shoulder, belly at the same. 5. This is sneaky because it's kind of fun, I think. And you're getting your bottom butt, your inner thighs. But I really want you to activate that. 2, hold it on the top. Getting your obliques, getting the belly. Hold it and pulse the knee open. 3, 2, pulsing the knees, inner thighs, chest open. Yes. Maybe extend that left leg out to stretch and possibly lift the bottom knee. Open through the heart. 3, 2. And we got all 4 position coming up, unless you want a vinyasa before we do that stretch. Feel free. Left arm weaves under right. We're getting our right arm up to the sky, and what that will do is the blood, because you were putting a little weight on that wrist, so hopefully not too much, but we'll rinse through that right wrist, and this will be very efficient because the blood, your hand's above the heart, so we'll get that rinse, point and flex that, rinsing the spine. Unwind, give yourself a nice puppy pose, shoulders, chest. Make your way to your back. That's always a nice thing. We'll lay down on our back. So walk or hop through. Lay all the way down, last few minutes. Grab a sip of water if you need. So we started a little bit ago, we started with this pose, and we'll return to it. I want us to scan through and see, how does your body, mind feel now? Knees over hips. Take a peek, because often they're not where you think they are. Outer hips again, belly rinses, toes flex. 10-second dynamic traction resistance. Fastest way to say, hey, transverse abdominis, hey, lower deep ab muscles, activate, turn on. They don't turn on with crunches, they turn on with stillness, but activate, push, feel that low belly wrap in 3, 2, back to bicycles. Pushing one thigh away, head can be down or up. 10, 9, maybe opposite hand, opposite leg. Fire and energy through the legs, through the feet. So we're not just limp here, trying to do a lot of stuff to get it done. We're purposefully moving. 3, with care. Not with trying to make it look a certain way or trying to, be good at it or look fancy, but for the feeling connection, meet with that right leg up. So the left leg's hovered if possible. Okay. Now, push the right thigh away with your left hand, and rather than doing a twist here, we're just going to lift the chest up a little bit and support the head. Look up. The left leg, that's the bottom leg, will come up and down for 5 seconds. Point up, flex down, point up. Try to keep that low belly hugged in. It wants to stick up. Just try the best you can to hover. Hollow the low belly too. Hold that left leg on the low. Little circles with the left leg. Really pretty darn juicy here. Circles the other way. Now you'll add the twist. So attempt to get that left elbow toward that right thigh without bringing the knee toward you. Okay. Rinse and twist. 3, 2. If you want a little more, straighten the right leg and lower the right leg. Scissor the inner thighs in and out. Let's Charlie Angels our hands to the right and pulse. 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 Lower the right leg, harder on the belly, higher, a little more doable. Up to you. Get the right shoulder off the earth. Last 2, inner thighs. Hold and suction and squeeze, arms above the head. 3, 2, 1. Hug knees to chest. Shee-hoo. Okay, next side. Start with this super effortful belly wrapping in, traction, rather than bringing the knee in. Push the thigh away from you. Maybe straighten the legs. 5, 4, 3, we're right there. 2, left leg. Knee bends, right over hip. One hand to thigh. Give it a nice little, you're strong. Lift, push, lengthen, belly in, right leg, point and flex. So my left leg's, you can also just do this action with the right leg on the ground. That might be enough. The head can stay on the ground. 3, sometimes you got to work into these moves. 2, and 1, right leg, hover. Oh, let's do one more. I don't want to jip this side. Sometimes the left side gets jipped, don't you think? Right leg hovers. Little circles with the right leg. Little ones. Little one. Other way. Breathing. Feel, what does this sensation feel like? Start to add the twist. Start to add that twist toward that left thigh. Shoulders lift. Left leg up. Inner scissor. The inner thighs like they're kissing. Lower the left leg harder. Charlie Angels. That means interlace fingers. Pointer finger is trying to reach your upper body up to the left. Left leg lower. Lower. Low abdominals. 3. Try to get the left shoulder lifted. 2. Maybe, if you can, there's opening and inner thighs. Opening, inner thighs. Arms up and overhead. Left shoulder lifts. Squeeze, hover, hold. 3, 2, 1. Hug knees in. Last thing, and then we stretch for a few minutes, and then we're done. Legs up the wall. Point and flex. Circle the ankles. Hands can support you under your butt or behind your head. We'll lower the legs just enough to get that low belly involved for 5. Just enough to keep that low belly hollowing in for 4. We'll hold the legs on a hover in 3. Think about how strong your low belly is getting for 2. You can add the butt lift if you wanted. Up to you. And one last thing, we lower down. I promise this is the last thing. See if you can come up a little bit. Maybe even hold onto your legs for help. Lengthen through the chest. This is the breath of fire again. It's almost impossible. Pump. It's 20 seconds, like a Pilates hundreds here. 20, 19, pumping, pumping. I know you can. 10, 9, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Arms reach, legs stretch, and done. You did it. Good job. Stretch from head to toe. Feel your point of your foot. Flex. Feel the length of your spine. Now bend your knees. Feet the earth. Lift your butt. Bridge pose. Shoulder blades squeeze in. Yoga, workout, mind training, all in one. One inhale. Feeling that belly spread open, unclenching butt. Just it's a nice little tone. One exhale. Soften your face. Lower all the way down. Take one moment. Knock the knees in. Maybe hands to low belly, giving your belly a nice chance to relax. Sometimes we clench up our belly so much when we're working it and in life that we forget it needs a break too. One more bridge or full wheel if you like. Set it up, arms lift, elbows bend, just up to you, whatever you're feeling. Exhale, crown of head, just reset. Inhale, lengthen. Feel that whole front line of the body, only if that feels good, otherwise a bridge. Take one breath in and a breath out. Lower back down with care. Soles of feet together, knees open wide, hand to heart. Happy baby. Inner thighs, groin, stretch, rock. Let it feel good, the delight, and just rolling and rocking around on your back. Maybe grab the feet. I tend to sort of crack my toes for some reason. I don't know if that's good or bad. Just kind of feels good in the moment. Straighten the legs if you like. Cross right ankle over left thigh and hug it in. Here's where if you want and you have a little extra time, you can go right into your half pigeon. If you're like, I want to half pigeon, rock and roll right into there. If there's another butt stretch you like, go for it. Otherwise, just notice the right butt and just take a breath in right into the butt. Breath out. Tip that formation to the left. Kickstand that right thigh away from you a little bit. A little rinse for the low back. Chest. Big inhale. Start to come back to center. Cross the left ankle over the right thigh. Hug it in. Maybe half pigeon. Flex through the left toes. Tip the formation to the right. Left thigh away from you. Left arm. Take a full breath in. Full breath out. Hug knees to chest. Give yourself a squeeze. Lay out in shavasana. Legs open wide. Arms out. Just a few breaths here is all we'll need. Fully relax. Complete surrender. Notice how your body feels so supported and held. Take one breath in. Sigh on your exhale just for the last few seconds here. Just let everything get heavier and meltier. Bend your knees. Feel your fingers, rinse your ankles, maybe even point and flex your toes, your wrists. Roll to one side, either side, just take a moment there. Rise up to a seat. Easy to kind of be done already. But for these last few very important, powerful seconds, just sit for a moment. Just sit and feel your body. Hands to heart. Very, very good job. Wonderful. Thanks for joining me. Namaste.